Welcome to the Jim RPG Show. This is a gaming news and analysis channel. Xbox Series S is finally a reality, and a lot of people are saying what a great value system this is. But honestly, I think it represents an illusion of value. And we'll get into why that is today. So we'll talk about the Series S console and also some of the other issues I have with it. Now, before I do, make sure to click the like button if you like this video and also to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Let's talk about the good stuff first, and Level 1 News has summed this up pretty nicely, I think. So he writes that it's $299, all digital, 4 teraflops, 4K upscaling, 1440p, 120 frames per second, ray tracing, custom 512GB SSD, smallest Xbox ever. So I think if you just look at the $299, yeah, that makes a pretty compelling argument because not a lot of next-gen consoles launch at $299. People looking to get into next-gen, they might feel like, well, this seems like a reasonable price. And, you know, it's going to be all digital and not a lot of people use retail discs anymore. So I think people are going to look at this and go, well, the value proposition is really good. What's not to like about this? So let me get to that. I've listed 5 reasons why I think the Xbox Series S doesn't appear to be a very good console if you're considering to buy either the Series S or the Series X. Okay, so the first reason why the Xbox Series S console doesn't appear to be good value to me is that it's only good if you stick with the Series S for the entire generation. So you have to ask yourself the question, am I going to be on a 1080p for the next 1080p TV for the next 5 years? And I would say that a lot of people may be considering to upgrade in the near future. So if you're going to do that, you may as well get the Series X console. And right now, the Series S is $299. The Series X, we don't know what the price is yet, but it could be $499 or $599. And for the extra $200 to future-proof yourself, it makes a lot of sense because if you look at it another way, is that if you buy a PC or if you're trying to choose between 2 PCs and you put the same CPU, power supply, case and everything else inside them, and one you put a low-end GPU and the other you put the higher-end GPU like a 3070 versus a 3080, and the price difference is like, say, $1,300 and $1,500, then it makes a lot of sense for you to just pick the higher-end hardware to future-proof yourself a little bit longer. If you are in any way considering getting a 4K TV, you may as well get the Xbox Series X. If you know that you're not getting a 4K TV at all, if this console is for your kids and they have a 1080p TV and they will have it for like 4 or 5 years, yeah, sure, Series S makes sense because you're only going to use it on a 1080p TV. So the next issue is a bit of a social one, and I think the Xbox Series S is going to fragment its fan base a little bit. You have the Xbox Series S at a lower price, and then the Xbox Series X at a higher price, and then you're really going to get 2 categories of gamers. One who can afford the Series X, and one who can't afford the Series X and has to play on the pleb system, the Series S. So effectively, you're getting business class and cattle class, and you know, I think we have to remember what a console represents, or did in the past anyway. In the past, you know, the console represented everybody playing on the same system, on the same game, same performance, and didn't matter what your background was, what your social class was. Everybody played the same and could enjoy the same thing. And that's kind of what the console represents to me. And I feel like with both of these consoles coming out at the same time anyway, it kind of represents giving people a choice, which is great, but I think it's going to split the market in a way that it's not going to be great socially. The third issue I have with the Xbox Series S console is that it's digital only, which means that you have to buy all your games from the Microsoft Store, and there's no Blu-ray disc drive, so you can't go and buy your retail disc games like you did last generation. And I think that's an issue for people who want to buy the lower price console, because I think they're the customers that want to search for the bargain and then buy it from the cheapest place that they can. And I think without the disk drive, it forces them to buy it from the digital store only. And yeah, sure, that makes Microsoft money, but ultimately in the end, it gives consumers less choice. Issue 4 is the SSD size, and it's only 512 gigabytes on the Xbox Series S. And I think that's a bit of a concern. I don't think that's enough at all, because even with last generation, the PS4 base console was 500 gigabytes, and I bought mine at launch and it filled up really quickly. Games were already 50 gigabytes back then at launch. So this 512 gigabytes might only be able to put like 10 games. We have games like Call of Duty that are like 100 gigabytes already. So, you know, if you reserve a bit for the OS, you're really looking at only about 400 gigabytes that you can use. Now, the value proposition of this doesn't make a whole lot of sense either, because on the Xbox Series X, you get the 1 terabyte SSD, which is okay, but I still think it's probably not enough. People are probably looking to upgrade on that. So if you were to just upgrade another 500 gigabytes, you're looking at like maybe $50 already. So technically, if you really want to compare the two systems, the Series S is like $349, right? So, and if the Xbox Series X is $499, it's only like maybe $150 to upgrade to the Xbox Series X. So the final reason is that I think the Xbox Series S console doesn't look very good at all. I don't know, what do you guys think about what it looks like? Obviously, the looks of the thing is very subjective, and ultimately it doesn't really matter all that much anyway. But I think they tried to copy the design of the PS5 a little bit, because I think that they thought that with the PS5, they got a lot of engagement with the whole black and white thing, so maybe they thought they would do it again. Now, we'll never know if they designed it before or after the PS5 console, but with it releasing after, there's going to be talk of people saying that they copied the PS5 anyway, at least with the color scheme. Alright, let's do a quick recap of the Series S console. If you're going to stay on 1080p and you're not looking to upgrade your TV in the next 5 years, which is a long time, then I guess the Series S console is a good console to consider, because that would be performance that's not wasted. But if you're looking to upgrade, or you're not sure and you're thinking about it, I think it makes a lot of sense to get the Series X console. Therefore, you save the $299 that you're going to pay for the Series S and just buy the $499 or $599 Series X console to begin with. Alright, that about does it for this video. Make sure to click on the like button if you like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.